Because of technology, do you think people are stopping the purchase of paperback books? Or do you think there's still a large number of people buying paperbacks? More and more what? Books. More and more books, yeah. Of course, maybe 5 years ago when all the technology was coming out, they were really worried, printing presses and stuff were worried about, if people were still going to buy books, but of course they are. There have been billions of Thomas Friedman's books sold throughout the world. But this is going to challenge that philosophy. Does anybody know what this is? It's hot off the press. It's not even on the market yet. It goes on the market the 29th, so in a couple days. It's what I want to get myself for Christmas. This is the Amazon Kindle, and this is the latest in the news brief about the Amazon Kindle. What it actually does is it can store over, as it says, instant access to more than 90,000 books, blogs, newspapers, and magazines. At any one time, it can store up to 200 books. All right, the other thing I thought was really interesting is we hear so much of the digital divide. What does that mean? What does that mean to us as educators, the digital divide? Diana? Okay, she said those that have and those that don't, and that's exactly right. There's a new laptop project going on, and even the quote says it's an education project, not a laptop project. It's by the owner of XO Laptop. But this is an extremely sturdy, child-friendly laptop. And it's almost the same price as a Kindle. For a little over $300, you can buy 2 of these laptops that are fully wireless, has all the capabilities that a regular laptop has. You buy 2 of them for $300, you keep one, and where do you think the other one goes? What? To a child in a third world country. So it's a really, really neat. If anybody has younger children, that are just getting started on laptops, and they're saying anywhere from a 2-year-old up to maybe just starting in middle school, late primary, elementary grades, that these are a great Christmas gift and a great investment, because again, they're really working on lessening that digital divide. Okay, here you get to use your clickers again, all right? What is the fastest way to write notes and then save them to your computer? Let's see again how many people are up on this stuff. To type it, to cut and paste, or would you do it on the fly? So that would either be 1, 2, or 3. Steve, are they? Okay. And then either press 1, 2, or 3 and then hit send. One, 2, or 3 and hit send. Number 6. Who's got 6? All right, good. So let's see how many people are up on their technology. All right, C is the right answer. Very good. And this is what I'm referring to. Can you minimize that, Steve? Have anybody seen these advertised or seen them on the internet? Now, this is one of those examples where we have to watch technology. Why do I say that? Why is there kind of a little bit of warning in there? So this is a really, really neat invention for students and for really all of us when we're taking notes. But it's a really nice invention for students that like to cheat. Okay, it's an excellent, excellent way for them to cheat. It's almost worse than being able to cut and paste off of articles on the internet and put them into your own papers in the pen. So pretty neat. One of the things I want to look at is maybe that list that you just created. Let's actually maybe share some of those. So what do you think are some of the skills that are needed in the 21st century? What are some of the things that you jotted down or you talked about? Somebody shout some out. Collaboration. Okay, what else? And as you can see, Peggy's on now with her actual avatar. And Peggy, she was the first educator in the nation to actually have an island out in Second Life. Has anybody heard of Second Life? Second Life is a virtual world. So if you were to try Second Life, if you were to try podcasting, if you were to have your students write a blog, think about these things. Are there observable results? What can you measure? And of course, a lot of this would be authentic assessment. Does it meet the standards? And you'll be happy to know that there are several places out on the web, such as NetTracker, that have all of the different activities linked directly to the standards. Can it show results? And again, we think of definitely measurable results. Does it increase research skills? That's one of the 21st century skills. Does it improve communication skills? Another one of the 21st century skills. What about accountability? If they were to podcast, does that hold them accountable for creating something? Does it improve student collaboration? All right, again, another one of those really, really key and fundamental 21st century skills is collaboration. Does it help students communicate globally? Again, we're looking at global awareness and the global community. Does it help students deal with massive amounts of information? Are they learning through the technology to manage, to organize, to filter through the information? And then finally, does it teach our students to be self-directed? And Steve, can you close that really quick? Thank you. Self-directed, understand how to organize the information and more of their own learning. So we have to think about these things as we step into back on track. I know there's a lot of information that we're presenting today, but what we're going to do now is show you 5 or 6 of these new technologies and then go to lunch, and then after lunch we'll be in the computer labs and you will actually get to try any of these yourself in more of a teaching environment. So as you go through each of these, think of which ones you want to actually try this afternoon, whether it be, using the tablet like I'm using now and the clickers and trying to figure out how to actually use those in the classroom.
We are in the final stages of redoing our web content filter that will be able to separate out staff and students better.
And I had a talk with Selena about that too, because I said I don't want to open up a can of worms by presenting all of these cool things and you guys not have the access. So that's something that they're doing right now, is trying to get the policies and procedures written to allow you to have that access. But too, you can do all this at home and then bring it to school.
Send your email to the supervisors. Don't see your inbox. Please check your folder. Okay, so now what? Take me to my wiki. Yeah, take me to it and make sure it's right. Did you get that far? Mm-hmm. Good.
Now I want to go see if it's something to my email.
Right, that's what I'm going to do too. Make sure it's there. Are you there? Ah, there it is. Perfect. It came up. Net.com?
Net.net. Avatar items. Like Survivor.
So can you see yourself using Second Life in the classroom?
Not yet, but once I get a handle on it myself, I could see it. I could see it in the future.
There you go. I bet you that one's going to be great. O-Y-S-I-U-S.